As a veteran, I've spent my entire life around weapons. As a military brat in the National Guard, the Army Reserve, and active duty for 27 years. And then also when I was retired, having personal protection. And as those people who never wanted guns start buying them, that tells me one thing: they don't feel safe anymore. So why are more Democrats arming themselves right now? What does that say about our state of democracy? This isn't left and right. This is about stability versus chaos. Let's talk about this. Well, welcome back to my channel, everybody. I'd really like to take this point here to start exploring what is really something I've seen snippets of, but no one's exactly talked about this issue, and it's something very deep and personal to me. I'm a big defender of the Second Amendment. I'll tell you that flat out. But what I'm not for, since being in the military, is that we do not need automatic rifles in our streets. They're just weapons of mass destruction in my book. Again, that's my opinion. I'm welcome to it. But you can see the devastation it does. Unfortunately, you just can't find it on the internet to really just show people how you can only see so much. Let's go to the first piece here that I found. Pritzker dismisses ex-DC cop's call for Americans to use the Second Amendment to protect against ICE. And I'm in agreement. We don't need to have protesters and individuals out there, holding weapons, because when you have weapons and armed ICE in the same location, something's going to happen. Somebody pulls one trigger, and with no discipline, once shots are fired, the smoke won't clear until people are on the ground. It's just an explosive situation. So let's go in here and look at this video here.
January 6th and was attacked by rioters. He used to be unknown, who was a police officer at the Capitol on January 6th and was attacked by rioters. He used to be a contributor to CNN. Something that Mike was attacked by rioters. He used to be a contributor to CNN. Something that Michael Fanone said on Friday.
It's time for the American people to organize and to utilize their Second Amendment right to protect themselves from what has clearly become an unaccountable and lawless agency that's killing Americans.
What's your response? Because we're starting to hear, and again, I'm not defending ICE, I'm not defending anyone, but what is your response to that kind of rhetoric?
Well, violence is inappropriate in all of these situations, and indeed I told the protesters, who are, in fact, a vast majority are peaceful protesters, keep the violence out of it. Make sure you're peacefully protesting. Be loud for America. But make sure you're not providing any excuse for the administration to try to send in National Guard. We've won in our cases, but it's in part because we haven't created any situations in which an insurrection or a rebellion looks like it's taking place. Our protesters are doing the right thing, and we shouldn't have any talk of people bringing guns and matching force by civilians with law enforcement. What we need is for law enforcement at the federal level to back off, do their job, follow the protocols, do the right thing.
Yep. Okay. Now, I'm in absolute agreement with Pritzker on this. Is that we need to have protesters doing the right thing, and not using any weapons, and even your hands. You got to be careful. Don't get out there and cross the line and start assaulting any of the officers. Keep your distance. Be the right way to do things. And Fanone is a great guy, but it just really is cut across a dangerous line here. He was urging Americans to use their Second Amendment rights to protect themselves from immigration and customs enforcement. I just don't see that being right. But again, you can be armed. You know what? I'm a firm believer. Keep it in your pocket. Be there to be able to defend yourself. But it might be keep it in your pocket. do not carry a long arm with you. But it's again, it's something in the Second Amendment rights. I firmly believe it, but we've got to be extremely careful. Now, going on to some of the other stories they have, this one has become a little bit of clickbait on the internet now, and for some reason, there's Black Panthers in Philadelphia that said they wanted to see ICE abolished and the Trump administration held accountable. And they're not a part of the Black Panther party. And it's really something to look at. That again, what he said here, something here that more importantly, there's no formal official statement from Fred Hampton Jr. establishing an organizational position on ICE connected to these protests. And this has nothing to do with the original Black Panther Party here. Fred Hampton Jr. is the son of slain Black Panther chairman Fred Hampton, carries a direct historical lineage to the original Black Panther Party through bloodline, lived experience, and continued political work. And he's a longtime activist and organizer. Now, what these guys are doing is definitely not the right way to be, confronting ICE, because it's just going to create a volatile situation. It's just like we have gasoline thrown on the ground. We're waiting for ICE or someone on the other side throw that match down, and it's gone. It's just all things go out the window because you have no discipline on the ICE side, and if you have no discipline on the protester side, it's a free fire zone. It's just like we call it the military. It's a free fire zone. Anybody walking into it, they're just going to open up and just start shooting everything. It's just undisciplined to the max. And then we've got in Minnesota here, this guy's out on the street. You see his photo. We can watch this little video of him. He's armed with a rifle, standing guard on his home. I mean, the question is that when ICE agents come into this neighborhood, are we going to have him shooting, or ICE agents shooting him?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You live in the neighborhood?
Yep, this is my block, this is my area. I don't go into other people's neighborhoods and try and intimidate them. I protect my people.
Are you giving out your name?
No, I'm okay with that. It's our neighborhood showing up.
You guys had a lot of people out here, right?
At least 30 or more,
Yeah.
40 or 50.
That's pretty good for a quick turnout.
Yes, it's definitely becoming a dangerous situation. People will see this person on his street corner, and it's just going to snowball from there. And I really hope that Governor Tim Walz does something, because this is going to turn into a very, very volatile situation. We just don't need to have people carrying these long-arm rifles in here. And it's just going to, I understand how they feel, but it's just throwing that match onto the gasoline. We just cannot have it. And going back to the Black Panther organization in Philadelphia here, they call this self-defense. I got it apart, and there's a video out there. You can see them antagonizing police officers, and the police officers are disciplined. ICE, no. That situation, if they did that with the ICE officers, would have been a very bad situation, because they are very racist and very much against anybody out there that is not the same color. And then this is a little bit October 17th of last year. Don Lemon tells Black and brown citizens to carry guns in case ICE show up. This was not, I hadn't seen this. I missed it somehow. I mean, good grief. Ex-CNN host accuses the immigration officer of rounding up people and sending them to the gulag. Okay, I got that, but to carry guns is just not what we'd be needing here. Now, let's watch this here real quick.
If you believe in the Second Amendment, if you believe in the Constitution, black people, brown people of all stripes, whether you're an Indian American or a Mexican American or whoever you are, go out in your place where you live and get a gun legally, get a license to carry legally. Because when you have people knocking on your door and taking you away without due process as a citizen, isn't that what the Second Amendment was written for?
Defending his comments. I mean, yes, these are First Amendment rights, but they're really, really dangerous. Now, you see the Department of Homeland Security claiming that, assaults against officers are up to 1,000%. That's bullshit. I throw the bullshit flag on that. A lot of people have been saying the same thing. The point I want to bring out here is that he's arguing the use of masks, being dangerous and dishonest. He draws a sharp comparison, stating that protesters who physically impede agents from arresting criminals are no different from the rioters who attacked the police on January 6th. I'm a firm believer in no masks. And I don't think we're doing anybody a service here. Protesters and the ICE agents are all wearing masks. And then we add weapons on top of that, long arms. Again, a volatile situation that's explosive. They are just, the masks don't help. It's got to go. And they need more identifying marks. Uniforms are not the same everywhere. They look like, cosplay individuals that just cannot, match themselves. They just seem like they go to, the ICE and processing, they go in a room and they just pick out whatever they want. And that's the same with a lot of their weapons too. I've seen so many different versions of weapons out there. I mean, no uniformity at all in anything. So, you can't, when I see a city, county, state police officer, I know who they are by their uniform. I can identify them. ICE is much, much harder. They range from a pure tactical uniform to civilian clothes. It's a massive disorganization. So it's just not to where we really need so much done on this side of the house for the ICE. And then we need to really, and I hope Governor Walz and other governors, especially looking at how people are being held accountable to a degree, being peaceful, but we've got to have more prosecutions of the mishandling of ICE agents against protesters that they shoot, like Renee Good. We cannot forget her, and that ICE officer needs to be prosecuted. And again, I want to thank everybody for being patient with me. I really like you to make sure that you call that number up there to Congress, to your state representative or state senator, and get some action going. And again, peacefully protest. Take care of each other. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Take care of your community. And God bless the USA. Thanks for tuning in. Stay curious, stay kind, and as always, have a wonderful rowdy. Take good care of yourself and each other. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. I'll see you in the next video.